Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Risky, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to tap strafe on controller in Apex Legends Season 10. So without further ado, let's get into it. So before getting this video started, there was a lot of speculation surrounding whether or not tap strafing was going to be removed from Apex entirely, given that Respawn tweeted out basically saying that after much consideration and debate, we've decided to remove tap strafing from @PlayApex in patch 10.1. And as a result of them tweeting this out, there was a lot of people basically already saying there's going to be no more need for it. It's basically a dead advanced movement mechanic. And that being said, it basically shut a lot of people off from actually learning how to do the movement technique. I myself included was just like, oh well, what's the point in learning this movement technique when it's going to be removed. But then right before Apex Legends released the 10.1 update, which is the Evolution Collection event with Rampart's Heirloom, if you don't already know, they quickly tweeted out saying, "Movement is sacred in Apex, we weigh every change to these systems carefully and value feedback. After further testing, we've concluded we need to take more time to get this right and make sure related movement mechanics aren't caught in the crossfire." So basically what they're saying is they're not going to be removing it anytime soon. So with that being said, and the recent hype surrounding Apex, given that there's a lot of big streamers coming over from Warzone and just other games in general to play the game, is why I'm making this video. So with that being said, there's going to be a few things that we need to take care of first before we can actually tap strafe on controller. One of which is if you're not already playing Apex Legends through Steam, you want to go ahead and make sure that you're doing that. The reason is that Steam has a software program that basically allows you to configure your keybinds to certain controller buttons for Apex, whereas Origin and other gaming platforms do not have that. Alright, so now that that's taken care of, what you want to go ahead and do first in-game before opening up Steam is go to your settings, go to controller, go to button layout, and go to customized. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be sacrificing two buttons on our controller, one to tap strafe left and one to tap strafe right. Please keep in mind that when you're assigning your tap strafes to these buttons, what it says here is not going to be possible in-game. So for example, if you use R1 to tap strafe right, you're not going to be able to use the actual controller configuration for R1 in Apex. So for me, R1, which is basically RB on Xbox, my R1 is ping in-game, but if I bind my right tap strafe to that, it's not going to be possible to ping because the controller configuration software in Steam is going to basically use that to tap strafe right. So keep that in mind. So for me, I recommend the two buttons that you're going to be sacrificing are the buttons on your D-pad. For me, I chose right on my D-pad, which is extra character action to tap strafe right, and I chose left on my D-pad to tap strafe left, which is basically the toggle fire mode. The reason why I recommend sacrificing these two buttons is basically to toggle fire mode, there's really no reason to do that because Apex Legends removed anvil rounds and select fires from the game. And the reason why I chose extra character action is that this is really only useful for Wraith because if you don't already know, her passive basically notifies her when someone's watching her or aiming at her. And all you're doing by pressing this button is allowing Wraith to use an automatic voice quip to notify her teammates that she's being spotted. When realistically, all you can do is that when you're notified, just tell your teammates verbally. So there's really no reason for that stuff. Alright, so now that you have your controller presets figured out, you want to go ahead and close out of Apex entirely, and then open up Steam. Alright, so now that we're in Steam, you want to go to your library, and you want to click on Apex Legends. And once you're here, you want to go to controller configuration. And if you don't have controller configuration shown up here on your bar, what you want to go ahead and do is go to settings, properties, click on that, go all the way down to controller right here, and then you want to click on use controller general settings. We're going to go ahead and click that, and it'll prompt us to this page, and all we want to do is you want to make sure that you have guide button focuses Steam, and then whatever controller you're using, for me I play on a PS4 Scuff Impact, so I'm going to go ahead and select regular PlayStation configuration support, but if you play on Xbox, just go ahead and click that. So once we have that selected, we want to go ahead and close out, and close out of that as well. And then if you don't see controller configuration shown up here, just go ahead and close out of Steam entirely and then reopen it up and it should be there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and press controller configuration and it'll prompt us this page right here. And since I already have my controller presets set to my D-pad, what I want to go ahead and do here is just click on the D-pad options in the bottom left. And the first thing that we're going to be doing here is taking care of our left tap strafe. So what we're going to do here is click on the left little button right here on the D-pad that says DLT. And it'll open up this page right here, and it'll say D left pad binding in the top. And all we're going to be doing here is the first thing you want to do is press A, and it's going to kick you out at first, but then you just want to go ahead and click it again. And then you want to turn toggle multi-button on, you want to turn it to off, you want to select it on off. and see how it's off right there, and then you want to press W, and then you want to turn it back on. Now that it's on and it should be highlighted like this, you want to click show activators, and the only thing we're going to be messing with here is the hold to repeat turbo. You want to make sure that that is on, and you want to go to repeat rate and turn that all the way up, and then you just press back and it should save. Alright, so notice how it's highlighted white. That basically means that we have the left tap strafe binds all configured and set up. Now we want to go ahead and do the right tap strafe. So all we're going to do is we're going to click right, open up the D-pad right binding, and the same rules apply. So all we're going to be doing here is press D, it'll boot us out. You just want to click it again, go to toggle multi-button on, make sure that it's off, press W, turn it back on, click show activators, hold to repeat turbo, make sure that's turned on, and then repeat rate, turn that all the way up, just like that. And then press back and it should save right there. And then press back again. And just a quick disclaimer, if you don't like these presets and you want to reset and bind your tap strafes to different buttons on your controller, all you want to do is go to browse configs, go to community, and click the first one, PS4C Apex, and this will just reset all the binds on your controller to just the regular default controller. So if you ever want to remove these tap strafe binds or use different binds on a different controller, just follow those steps to reset it. But yeah, now that that's fixed, all we want to do is just close out, and then close out of Steam as well, and then just open up Apex again. Alright guys, so now we're loaded up in Apex, I'm going to show you guys how to tap strafe on controller in game. So the first step you want to do when you're trying to tap strafe is you want to gain momentum. Sliding down hills or slide jumping is a really good way to do this. So there's going to be a 3-step process to this. All you want to do is you want to slide, jump, and then as you're jumping, you want to hold down your tap strafe button. So for example, if I want to tap strafe left, all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide, jump, and then hold down left while I'm in the air. And if I want to tap strafe right, the same rules apply, just like that. And if you want to gain even more momentum, I recommend tap strafing off of obstacles to get increased distance. And if you want to know how to tap strafe while using a jump pad, all you want to do is, once you hit the jump pad, you want to quickly press double tap, and then whatever direction you want to go in, left or right to tap strafe, hold down that button right after you press your double jump, just like this. And there you have it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you found it helpful, please consider dropping a like, and if you wish to show further support, I do stream daily over on Twitch. Anyway, it's been your boy, I'm Risky. I'm out. Love you guys.